back to the channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Lisa, and I love to do videos on luxury fashion, handbags, shoes, some styling videos, and I do all those things from the perspective of somebody who is in the middle of her life, as well as somebody who is mid-size. So if that's something that interests you, I would love it if you would just take one quick second and click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. And speaking of subscribing, if you haven't subscribed yet, and if you've been watching for a while, please remember that I do have potentially 2 giveaways going on. So I have one giveaway that I have announced during Vlog-A-Day, and if you're not watching that series, I will link it up above. But I am doing a specific giveaway for that Hermes item that will occur during Vlog-A-Day. However, I have a second item that I bought at Hermes, which if you were, again, watching the Vlog-A-Day series, you would have seen those 2 bags. And the second one is for when I reach 500 subscribers. And I'm getting really, really close. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because then I would love to give away that second item sooner rather than later. So today is exciting, guys, because I have a double Fendi unboxing. And you saw in the thumbnail this box, but what you didn't see is I also have this box. I'm not gonna turn it this way because it's got my address on it. But I also have this one to do as well. So, you know what, I think we'll actually start with this one. And so I saw this item on Cettire a couple weeks ago. Let me back up. This is a piece of ready-to-wear. I tried this item on. It was one of the pieces that when my sales associate sent me, you know, some of the ready-to-wear pieces, I really, really liked. And I tried it on when I was at the Soho pop-up when I was in New York a few weeks ago, and I loved it. And I really thought I was gonna buy it from the boutique, but I didn't. And I thought, you know, there's some bags that I would rather have, so Lisa, maybe, you know, save your money. And, you know, not that I plan on reselling my items, but obviously if I get tired of this piece or whatnot, ready-to-wear is not something that you can easily sell. It's a pain. It's a pain to sell anything, guys, but ready-to-wear and shoes are even harder, but at least Fashionphile takes shoes. So when I'm looking to sell my shoes, that's generally where I go. So like I said, I just kind of hemmed and hawed, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then actually I tried it on again. You'll see that in an upcoming video. I tried it on at the actual Soho boutique in New York, not at the pop-up. And I tried the smaller size because I wasn't quite sure which size I wanted. And you'll see in that video that I thought that the one that I tried on that was the smaller size, it fit me fine, but it was really more cropped than I wanted it to be. And you'll see when I open the item what I mean by that. So I was perusing, as I do on a daily basis on Cettire, and I saw this item on there. And when I originally saw it, it was like $680, around $700-ish. And I didn't pull the trigger, and I almost thought about doing it when it was Black Friday because they had the extra 10% off. And I thought, okay, well then it would be like, maybe like, you know, $630, which wasn't quite half price. So I need to look this up, but I believe this, you know what, let's just get into the item and I'll tell you about it anyway. So this was an item that I definitely wanted from the Cruise ready-to-wear drop now. And like I said, that I didn't. So I feel like I'm kind of cheating on Brandon, but you know, hopefully you'll understand because I got it for a really, really good price. You're not gonna get the luxury experience from Cettire that you get from Fendi. You know, as you can see, it didn't come in a Fendi box. It just came in this plastic, and you can kind of see what the item is. So let's take it out. But yeah, there's no frills here, guys. You're not getting. I mean, it's just an empty box. It didn't come in a dust bag. I don't know. Well, ready-to-wear does usually come in a dust bag. So this came, and I'll tell you where it came from. So Cettire is basically sort of like Farfetch, where they have boutiques all over the world that are basically trying to get rid of stock that they have. So if you're looking for things that are specific to a season and a seasonal piece and not like something that is like a staple in their collection. So, you know, you're not generally gonna find, you know, the Zucca print regular size baguette in those, because it's like I said, it tends to be sort of either end of season or, you know, previous season stock that people are trying to get rid of, and they do it at a discounted price. But this, like I said, is from the most recent. So this is, let me see what the tag says. So I'll hold it up first. So this is it's a poplin, a white poplin top. And as you can see, it is cropped. But this size for me, this was the size I originally tried on in the Soho pop-up, is the 42. Now my like go-to whatever that is, the one that's like a shacket kind of, that comes with a belt, that's a 40. And so I didn't know what, in fact, when I told Brandon that I had tried this on at the Soho pop-up, he's like, oh, did you try the 40 on? And I said, no, I actually tried the 42. And I said, you know, it fit fine, it fit great. And I really liked the way where it hit in relation to, you know, the top of my trousers that I was wearing at that time, my pants or my jeans. And so I thought when I was at the regular Soho one, well, let me try on the 40 and see what the difference is. Because I think actually at the time I did see this when I was in New York on Cettire, but they only had a 40. And I thought, you know, before I order it, let me see if the 40 even works, because I don't want to have to go through the hassle of returning. And so as you can see, it still has, you know, all the Fendi tags attached to it. This is, well, it's in Italian, so I don't know, but it's basically a white shirt. I'll find it on the actual Fendi website and I'll pop a picture up here so you can see and what the name is. But if I remember correctly, I believe it retails for $1,100, and I ended up getting this for $525. And it came back in the 42. So when I saw that it was lower, in fact, what happened was it had a higher price, but when I scrolled on the sizing, this happens a lot on Farfetch too, if you notice this, like it'll have a price, but then when you start changing the size of what it is you're looking for, it changes the price. So different items have different price points. So I was scrolling and I saw that 42 was in stock now. So I selected 42 and it ended up being $500. I have never checked out so fast in my life. But anyway, this came from, well, it just says do not return or do not remove if you want to return it. So I don't know what boutique this came from. I'm trying to remember. I think it came from somewhere in Italy, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember the tracking. Anyway, I will do some mod shots later with this on, but I love it. It is just basic. So it's got on the pockets, you can see it looks like the baguette clasp, and those are functional pockets, although clearly I would never put anything in them. And then I love the detail on it. So on the sleeve, they have these like toggle, so you can, you know, cinch it in. And it says, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that or not. I think it's upside down. It says Fendi on that little toggle thing, but it's like kind of like a French cuff. And yeah, I loved it when I tried it on. And to get it for literally 50% off, yeah, wasn't gonna pass that one up. So that is the first item I got from Fendi, technically from Cettire, but from Fendi. All right, so the next item technically didn't come in this box. And after I unbox it, I'll show you what it came in. But my sales associate, Brandon, if you're watching this, Brandon, you know I love you. It is so amazing. So I'll open it and I'll explain. So, you know, obviously Fendi box and Fendi dust bag, but the item is not in. And then there's some little things here that I will explain as well. But I'm gonna take this out, and what you'll see inside is actually an eBay dust bag. So let me take this out and put the box aside. It actually came in this box with, you know, some air paper. It was packaged very, very nicely. And it came in this eBay dust bag. So I don't know, it was probably like a month ago. I was perusing, I had ordered my sequin baguette, and I sort of got on, I think because we were talking about the whole, re-editions and whatever, I was like, let me go into eBay and see like what things they had. I follow, is it Vintage Lover? I'll have her Instagram linked below. She has a phenomenal Fendi vintage baguette collection, and she also does source for people and things. But so I sort of was like, I should check out the vintage thing. So I went onto eBay and found several bags, and I texted them to Brandon, and I was like, what do you think of these? Like, this is amazing. So I was finding basically the equivalent of some of the re-editions in the original version, and this was one of them. And so I bought this and was very excited to get it. So when you buy from eBay, you actually get it authenticated. So what happened was I actually purchased this from a United States seller. She had several vintage baguettes that she was letting go of. And what happens is I bought it. She sent the item to eBay in Las Vegas, I think. They authenticate it, and then it gets shipped to you. So it takes a little bit longer, but honestly, if you're ordering from Japan, it's probably gonna take just as long. But I have to say, the quality of the eBay dust bag is really, really nice. And to reveal my new to me, let me make sure it's the right way, yeah. The black beaded baguette. And it is in amazing condition. Look at that. It is just stunning. So it does come, just sort of like if you order things from Fashion File, it comes with these tags on it so that, if you take it off, you own it. And I think there's some like authenticity things there. So yeah, it is. So it's got the black leather thing here, and then the actual buckle, I think, is leather as well. There are a few scratches on there, but nothing too horrible. And then, you've got the adjustable straps. This has the silver hardware. Can you see? No, sorry, it says Fendi on the sides. So it has Fendi on the sides here, on both of those. And yeah, very strong magnetic clasp. Now, when I ordered this, I thought it was just the bag, but it did actually come with the original dust bag. And as you can see, the lining is, it's just a fabric. It's not like satin or anything. You can see the Fendi plaque there, which just says Fendi made in Italy. And the zipper pull is a little, you're gonna be able to see this, is a little Fendi logo there. And zipper pocket is just nothing in there, but just, it does have a zip pocket on the back like the new ones. So when I told Brandon, when I was showing Brandon what I was looking at and what I was thinking of ordering, he's like, hey, if you order one of those baguettes, let me know and I'll send you a dust bag, because the old dust bags are, he's like, they're gross. They're like, anyway. So I didn't even think this came with a dust bag, but it does. So I'll show you. This is what the original Fendi dust bags looked like back in the day. And it's got the Fendi made in Italy tag there and these little dealy boppers on the end to cinch it in. But yeah, it's not a nice feeling. So I didn't know this was coming with it, but regardless, when I finally ordered that, I told Brandon, I said, hey, I ended up ordering that black beaded one. If you are still okay, I would love it if you would send me a dust bag. And he's like, of course, absolutely. So in the meantime, it arrived and he hadn't sent the dust bag out yet. He got sick, and anyway, so I opened it because, I knew that one, I wanted to get it double authenticated. So I did get it authenticated through Real Authentication, which if you don't know about them, and this is not sponsored or anything, but that's who I normally go to when I buy pre-loved bags to have things authenticated. So even though it was authenticated by eBay, I did want to get my own, you know, sort of personal authentication. So I did that through Real Authentication and it came back just fine, which is what I expected. But anyway, so in the meantime, because I did that and I looked at it, when I was looking at the bag, I happened to notice that, and I don't know if you hopefully you'll be able to see this, but at the very top, so this is the top part of the bag. At the very top, hopefully, let me if I get my face out there, you can see there are just a few beads that are missing, just right at the very top here. Nothing that anyone is gonna see because, you know, the bag is closed. You know, when it's closed, you're never gonna see it. So anyway, I sent in pictures of the bag and I was like, oh my God, it's beautiful, it's pristine, it's gorgeous. And I said, the only thing, you know, that I can see that's even a tiny bit wrong is there are these missing beads at the top. And he was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And then he's like, pause, please. I'm like, okay. So, and I knew that he hadn't sent out the dust bag yet because he, like I said, he was sick and anyway. So he's like, he comes back, this is all via text. And what he was going to send me in addition is he sent me some extra sequin or beads, which is so, he is just amazing, you guys. If you are in the Chicago area and you love Fendi, please go see Brandon. Although I'm hoping he's moving to New York, so, you know, you might only have him for a little short amount of time, but regardless, go shop with him because he's incredible. So he sent me, so anyway, he told me he was gonna send me these and the dust bag. And then he sent me the shipping confirmation, you know, when he sent it on, this was Friday last week, and it arrived on Saturday. And the box came and it was like, it was huge. It was like a 2 foot by maybe more, 3 foot by 3 foot, enormous box. And I was like, what in the world? And it wasn't that heavy, but I was like, why? It was literally supposed to be this and this. I'm like, why is this enormous box for this thing? Well, he thought very sweetly that he would also send me a box and a shopping bag, which was so sweet, which had the, you know, baguette charm on it, was really sweet. And, you know, it had the baguette ribbon tied on the bag. And anyway, he's just amazing. So I am very, very excited. I'm gonna cut off these tags after I am done. Now I did actually put my, cause you know, I like a little slouch, but this is a little, especially because it's beaded, it really slouches. So I put actually one of the inserts for one of my small Chanel 19 bags in here, and it fit perfectly because they're about, I think these baguettes are also 25 centimeters, which is what the small Chanel 19 is. But I have the thin version of it, and I think that I want to get the actual like original version of the inserts and not the thin, because I think it would give it just a tiny bit more structure that I want. But I love it, and you know, I don't know if you can see, but you know, it goes over the arm like that, and it just fits perfectly. And I am just very, very excited. This is my first vintage Fendi baguette, and I got a great price on it, you guys. I really, really got an amazing price on it. I've seen these go for like $2,000 on eBay, and this was a fraction of that. I will tell you that. It was a great price. So yeah, that's my new beauty. So here is the shirt that you can see. So I don't know if you will have seen it already, but when I was at the regular Soho Fendi boutique in New York, I tried on the size 40, and that hit me like here. So like it really like just met like the top of my, you know, a high-waisted jean. This, I like that it goes a little, you know, farther down. So I'll pull up my pants actually. It is a tiny bit longer in the back. I would not say like super significant, but you know, as you can see, it's a very boxy fit. But yeah, I just really, really like it. And you can see the details on the pockets with the Fendi kind of baguette logo there. I've cinched in the sleeve a little bit to kind of give it a little more of a French cuff. Actually, I wonder what it would look like if I like turned it back. I don't know. I think I like a better down, so we'll undo that. So that experiment, not a fail, but anyway, I am wearing my colibri, however we're saying this word, shoes. This is an all Fendi day with the exception of my jeans and my new Fendi vintage beaded baguette. How gorgeous is that? I have this thing pretty well stuffed. I have a sort of mini pochette from Dress Up Your Purse with Hello Catwalk City in here, and I have a card holder, my 6-ring key holder from Louis Vuitton, and my Bastia. So yeah, it's pretty well packed. It's got a little heft to it. But yeah, so I am loving this outfit today. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my double Fendi unboxing. I am very excited to start using these items now that I have revealed them. And again, if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. And don't forget to watch the Vlog-A-Day series so you can check out that giveaway that I am doing. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having an amazing day, and I'll catch you in the next one.